Hello and happy new moon in Sagittarius. I have a pick a card reading for discovering what direction your arrow, or in this reading's case, unicorn horn, should be directed for this new moon. I am using the Unicorn's Journey Tarot by Lisa Papez, and I wanted to really make sure to tell you that because I have an unboxing and review of this video, but I haven't had the time to I really, really love this deck and I haven't had the time to really dedicate that. I want everything that I want to say because it's just so wonderful. But I wanted to make sure that we talked about it. Hopefully that video unboxing and review will come out soon. So we've got lots of unicorn energy, kind of finding that direction with this Sagittarius new moon. And I kind of also feel like I need to remind everybody that Mars is retrograde. So this is not a new moon that we're really taking action with, like setting intentions around action. This is more of a reflective. I know I talked about that with Scorpio moon, but with Sagittarius, this is really kind of getting to a place where you can be empty and feel like where you're being pulled, like what direction you're being pulled in. I also feel like I need to point out that if you were attracted to this reading, it seems like based on all three of the readings, like what they had in common was that the people who chose this reading are doing a lot of energy work, not necessarily for just shifting your own vibration and raising your own consciousness and ascending yourself. It seems like those of you that were attracted to, I don't know, this community or this reading or this channel are very much doing a lot of work for the collective as well. So I think that we should use this moon to also allow ourselves to feel gratitude for the collective shift because you are playing a big, 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 big part of it. And also to allow yourself to rest because you are doing a lot of work. Again, not necessarily, I mean, you're doing a lot of work for yourself as well, but that also in turn helps shift the collective when we are able to transmute our own trauma and heal our own wounds. We then allow for more light to come in and we are radiating that light out to the collective, mirroring that to the collective. So all of the work that you do for yourself is in turn helping others. So I have candles for you to choose from, but they are so glared out. Shoot. Okay. We have a yellow candle to go with group one. We have a blue candle to go with group two. And we have a red candle to go with group three. So I guess I'll take a moment to relight these, allow you to set your intentions and know that when these candles burn down completely, that you are sending those wishes and sending those intentions out into the world. So again, group number one has a yellow candle. Group number two has a blue candle. And group number three has a red candle. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a happy new moon. I hope you're able to spend some time resting and healing. And thank you so much for the light that you shine into the world. Hello, group one, and happy new moon. If you chose this yellow candle, I'm going to light that for you now. I hope that you are having a relaxing Sagittarius new moon. this Sagittarius new moon in particular feels like a little bit more laid back than usual, I guess I would say. I had a feeling that this moon was gonna feel very much like kind of like the winter solstice. I like to take time to do nothing on the winter solstice to just kind of be and exist. And I don't know, that's kind of what this moon feels like. Okay, so we have the King of Fire. I really kind of felt like when I pulled this card that maybe Sagittarius people chose this pile. But if you're not a Sagittarius, that's fine too. But the King of Fire obviously is has a lot of fire energy. This is the King of Wands in the Rider Waite Smith deck. So the King of Wands is very much like a leader. He supports the passions of others, tries to lift people up. In this particular image, he is encouraging the other dragons to get to safety, to protect themselves. Um, so I feel like those of you that chose this reading, even if you're not a Sagittarius, kind of have this like leadership quality to you. I also kind of feel like those of you that chose this group maybe put others' needs before your own. Um, I mean, most people in leadership roles kind of just have to do that. Um, and even in this leadership role doesn't necessarily have to be like, in work or um, like the isn't necessarily like boss energy. It's more of just like people come to you, they know that they can trust you, they know that they can respect you. Um, they know that you're going to tell the truth. Like Sagittarius is very much like on that quest for the truth and knowledge and wisdom. So it's like people trust you with their problems, that kind of leadership role. In the center here, we have the Two of Air or the Two of Swords. And this card is about making decisions and choices. And as you can see, they're kind of standing at a crossroads here. So I was kind of getting the sense that those of you that chose this group maybe are at a crossroads, and there's something about like there's this urgency to feeling like you need to make a decision right now. And this being a new moon kind of puts pressure on that because we like to set intentions and we like to start things on the new moon. But I even though I'm feeling this urgency that you might be feeling to like need to make a decision like right now, I don't think that it's like really that necessary for you to like take that like you can take that pressure off of yourself because um now's not really the time to make the decision. You do have a decision to make, but with the Temperance here, um you're kind of being reminded that like all paths will lead to the path. Like you're always on the path, your path, no matter what direction you take. And it's kind of, I mean, I know this is probably the direction that they've already been on, and because the fork is behind them, but all of the paths will lead you to like where you're supposed to be going. So that kind of takes the pressure off of making just a decision. But I also think that like the time just isn't right for you. The thing that really jumps out at me about this Temperance card is, and they point this out in the guidebook, is that like there's these rocks damming the river here, and that which would otherwise be like very rushing, and you wouldn't be able to see the reflection here. So on this Unicorn's Journey tarot deck, the the main character or the fool who's going on the journey is actually like they don't have a horn here, but in the reflection you can see the horn on their head. So like you are always on that path to becoming the person that you're supposed to, or in this, oop, I'm about to set my house on fire. Cool, cool. The incense fell on top of a broom. Um, okay, it did not did not catch on fire. That's good. Wow. Um, you guys are really fiery people, maybe, I guess. Um, so again, there's this like with the rushing river, there's this neat I feel like those of you that chose this group are feeling this urgency, like we're always feeling like we need to go and do and make the decision because you're like anxious to get to that other side. But by damming the river here, you're slowing down, and now you're able to really visualize who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What do you want to do? Like the slowing down allows for the time to really think and integrate and to really just get quiet and get to know yourself, and you'll eventually like feel this tug or this nudge to do something, to maybe make the decision. But I think it's important for this group, even if you were intending, like we're talking about what direction do you want to point your horn in, but that doesn't necessarily mean like to actually move in that direction just yet. This feels like we're entering into the winter season or nearing the end of fall and entering into winter um, by the end of Sagittarius season. And like we are encouraged to slow down and to be quiet and to be still and to allow for whatever comes up to come up. And then we move forward in the spring. That's especially going to be important for this year because we have Mars retrograde that happened December 1st, and that means we're slowing down. We are thinking about acting, but we're not actually taking those steps yet. So for you, we also have shower of blessings and soul healing. I'm just going to talk briefly about the soul healing or the shower of blessings here, because the main message I think for this group in this King of Fire energy is that you are the person that's there for everybody else and you're constantly giving and giving and giving, but you're not always open to receiving. So that's certainly something to work on or set intentions around for this new moon. Open yourself to receive and pay it forward. That is like the most frequent card that always comes up. Like most of us are givers, and we forget to actually like do things for ourselves and take care of ourselves. So this soul healing message says align with your essence and see your true colors, which I really do think is literally reflected in the water here. Like taking that time to allow your water, your river to still and be quiet so that you're able to see that reflection. Unicorns are so pure that they can align with your soul, heal it, and raise its frequency. Your soul has to be at least seventh dimensional before you are allowed to incarnate on Earth, and may be of an even higher frequency. Over eons, you have had many experiences. Some of those have bruised you at the deepest level, and you are waiting to be soothed and healed. Others have lit up and expanded your entire essence. You aren't just balancing your own soul's lessons now. In these special times, as we prepare for the new golden age, you are harmonizing and clearing any family as well as ancestral karma recorded in your soul star chakra. In addition, you may be one of the brave and gracious light workers who was undertaking country as well as world karma. This is a great soul offering of your wondrous unicorn will assist you in transmuting it all. Your guidance now is to ask your unicorn to work with you both in and out of your conscious awareness to heal all that needs to be released and purified. Your eyes are the windows of your soul, so look into your unicorn's eyes and ask it to reflect back to you your true soul colors. You may be aware of blue, gold, pink, violet, or other hue. Seeing who you are enables your celestial companion to bring your core spirit forward to accomplish all the healing and your magnificent soul has undertaken in this lifetime. My soul is beautiful and perfect. So, not only are you like being some sort of leader within your community, but it sounds like some of you that chose this pile are also transmuting greater collective energy, um, which is a very huge undertaking. So, if you're someone who is feeling drained a lot of the time, you're probably doing more work energetically than you are aware of, especially maybe while you're sleeping at night. So, if you're like waking up tired, it could be because like you're actually doing energetic work while you're sleeping. So that's why it's even more important for those of you that chose this group to slow down because you are you're working overtime. And the last card we have here is leisure and sport. Participate and have fun. So I think that like this next moon cycle and maybe into next year as well, it's going to like it's important for you to like really be present in the moment and allow yourself to experience joy. Again, like I feel this like urgency that you are feeling that like I need to make a decision, I need to keep going, I need to keep moving. And you don't have to. You don't have to. Take that pressure off. Know that like you're always on your path no matter what direction that you take. And like we came here to enjoy things as well. We didn't just like yes, we have our soul purpose and our soul missions and all of these soul contracts and karma and whatever, but we're still supposed to enjoy our time here. So you're at a crossroads and that's okay. The secret of the crossroads is that they still lead to the same place. So really, you just have to go in the direction that's pulling you. There isn't any urgency with this choice, even if it might feel like it to you. At this time, it's more important for you to envision what the new version of you looks like literally what this little unicorn dude or this horse dude is looking into the river and seeing that they actually have the potential to be a unicorn. So, setting your new moon intentions, it's more important for you to envision what the new version of you looks like versus the need to make the decision. So, use this moon cycle to be present in the moment and enjoy yourself. And enjoy yourself for you. Like we have the holidays up coming up, so like I think a lot of people in this like King of Wands, King of Fire energy. Maybe you feel like you have to be the entertainer and you're trying to do everything for everybody else, get everybody the perfect gift, taking everybody to their appointments and their parties and their and making food for other people and doing all of these things for other people's enjoyment, but you're forgetting about yourself. So it's going to be important for you to find things that make you happy. What makes you happy? What brings you joy? And what brings you pleasure? So thank you so much, group one. I hope that you're able to find some downtime, some playtime, some game time, and that you're able to like just be present and have fun, enjoy yourself. And in those moments where you just feel happy and at peace is when you're going to start to find this clarity and this reflection. And that's going to help you point your horn in the direction that's meant for you. Hello, group two. If you chose this blue candle here, I'm going to light that for you now. And let's get some incense going too. Okay. So we have the Ace of Air or Ace of Swords. Oops. The Strength card. And the Tower. So, boo. I know you're thinking, oh man, why did I choose this card or this pile? Um, I do kind of feel like you've already been through this tower moment, or most of you have already been through this tower moment. If you haven't, what a tower moment is, it's when you just literally feel like your world is just crumbling from beneath you. Um, Sometimes it's like very sudden things, especially with like lightning in both of these images here. It's things that are maybe kind of sudden and big life-changing things that just kind of turn your world upside down. So while I feel like most of you have already been through this tower moment, if you have not and this tower moment is coming, I think that you, number one, knew it was coming, and number two, have probably been through something very similar to this before. And number three, you've also been given like the knowledge and the wisdom and the idea of like you've come to rationalization with it. Like you understand why it's happening. You're ready to like move forward and like start building again. So if this tower moment is coming for you, I think you kind of like knew it already. You may have been receiving reverse towers in the past and have been trying to hold this thing together. But now with this Ace of Air, Ace of Swords, you've come to terms with it. You're like, okay, this is happening. I'm not going to try to hold this together with duct tape anymore. Like you're ready. Um, it's interesting that these two cards come up together in this particular deck because this is a literal situation that the the character in the story has been through before, and they're totally like confident and able to handle it, and they're like ready for it, and they're prepared, and they're not freaking out, they're not overwhelmed, which is very much the message that I'm getting. So like either you've just gone through this whirlwind already or you're coming up on it, but both scenarios you're like ready for it. You're ready to move on, you're ready for the new things. So I don't know if that gives anybody peace of mind that may have like freaked out when they saw the tower here. If you are freaking out, maybe this is a different, maybe if one of the other groups called out to you, maybe one of those groups is more better suited for you, because this very much feels like you are ready for this change, this lightning strike of a thing to happen in your life. We also have Cocoon of White Light, Rest in Perfect Love, Understand Oneness, and Soul Healing. Align with your essence, see your true colors. So this card also came up in the first group. So if you were called to that, um, maybe go listen to that message too. The message of this card is really that like it's getting in alignment with like your purpose and like who you came here to be, but the people that like get this card are not only like transmuting and breaking like ancestral patterns, you're also like doing this for other people. So like however that manifests for you, it can be like just the people that you come into contact, you're like upgrading their frequency, but you're also like taking and transmuting their trauma and their negative energy, and you're assisting the collective and the world as a whole. For some of you, it's just the people that you encounter, but for others, it's like you're doing this like globally and collectively, like helping raise the vibration of the collective and healing those past trauma and wounds and breaking those cycles. So if you're somebody, and I said this in group 1 too, if you're somebody that's like feeling drained and tired all the time, no matter how much sleep you get, you're probably doing work in your sleep. And like allow yourself, this group especially needs to rest, with the cocoon of white light here. Like you are doing this big energetic work for the collective, and you need to take care of your energy as well. So um, like envisioning that you are in this cocoon and resting and recharging yourself, especially if you're like doing energetic work while you're sleeping. Allow yourself to like take naps throughout the day, allow yourself like meditative breaks, doing things throughout the day that help you reconnect and recharge your energy because you're doing so much work. Asking the unicorns to help assist you with that, help you to reconnect, help you to recharge, help you to rest is important for this group of people. And we have the dragon card. If you are feeling called to dragons, if unicorns aren't your thing, dragons are really significant for those of you that chose this group. Send dragons to heal the world. And I want to read the message from this card. So this is from the Golden Future Oracle. So the first part here is going to be about like what to expect in the future with dragons and also guidance for the card, which I think is going to be really significant for those of you that chose this group. So in the Golden Future, dragons will regain their rightful position in the consciousness of humanity. They will be recognized as wise beings, healers, and guardians of the ancient wisdom held in the land. These winged beings are the angelic realms, though they work on a different frequency. Wait, though these winged beings are of the angelic realms, though they work on a different frequency bands from angels and unicorns. So they have served valiantly since the birth of Earth to cleanse and protect the planet. As we move forward, earth, air, and fire dragons will continue to clear any energies that are not fully fifth dimensional around people and within the earth. Water dragons will carry on spreading Christ's light through the rivers and oceans as the frequency of earth rises. Their service will be acknowledged. Dragons from stars and planets will share their light and wisdom to help us as they will be welcomed and heard. So, the guidance of this card reminds you that dragons are incredibly important for the future of our planet and for you as an individual. Once you connect with your dragon, it is totally loyal to you and loves you completely. Ask it to protect you and clear your path each day. So, like I was saying with the unicorns, asking them to help you clear and reconnect and like recharge your energy. I think for this group, like obviously dragons is going to be more important for you guys. So this is also a call to service. Dragons cannot act without your direction because of free will. So send earth dragons to clear ley lines so that they flow with light. Ask fire dragons to burn up and transmute anything no longer needed. And direct air dragons to blow away the past and blast minds open to enlightenment. Ask water dragons to keep Christ's light flowing wherever it is needed. So because I feel that those of you that have chosen this group are shifting energy for the collective. Like if you enter a space and you're um, like if you're noticing that you are like absorbing energy and transmuting it, asking fire dragons to help and assist you into transmuting it is going to also help like so that you're not depleting your energy, so that you're not feeling drained all the time because you're doing this work. Um, So asking those specific elemental dragons, the earth, air, fire, or water, to do those specific things so that you're not using your energy to do it, like you're asking for their support and their energy so that you can be an open and clear channel and not deplete yourself of your own energy. So, the last thing I want to say to this group, especially for those of you who feel like you've already been through the tower, is to remind you that, like, did we even talk about the strength card? Like, you are so strong. You have gone through so much. You've overcome so much. So, set your intentions about taking the time to clear your energy and to let yourself just cocoon and rest and heal. Um, it's also interesting to me too that the Ace of Air has an egg card on it because it literally feels like you need to just like nest and cocoon and use this moon cycle to recharge and replenish your energy because you've already done so much and are going to continue to do so much, like transmuting energy for the collective. So pointing your horn in the direction of rest and cocooning and replenishing your energy and asking for the help of your guides, whether they are dragon, unicorn, or whatever it is that you resonate with. They can help you. They ask them to put a cocoon of white light around surrounding you at the end of every day so that you're sending back energy that's not yours and calling your energy back to you, resting, recuperating, replenishing. I don't think that I can say that enough. Replenish, recharge, rest, recharge, cocoon. Thank you, group 2. Happy new moon. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of the hard work that you've been doing. Hello, group 3. If you chose this red candle, it had to be red. Had to be red. I was very adamant about it being red. I'm going to light it for you right now. And we will light some more incense also. All right. So, group 3, we have the 3 of air or the 3 of swords, which you can actually see in the tree. 3 of swords up there. We have the 4 of earth or 4 of pentacles and the 10 of fire or the 10 of wands. Group 3. Group 3, group 3. You have to feel it to heal it is the motto of this reading. You have to feel it to heal it so that you can let it go. You cannot control how you feel. Stop making excuses for the thing that hurt you. It hurt and it fucking sucks. By feeling these feelings and healing these wounds, you're making room for so much more, even bigger and more delightful feelings. So I feel like there's like I kind of feel like it's maybe like an old wound or just something that you've been avoiding working on and healing or and very much so have like rationalized the thing. That's why it was saying like it fucking hurt, it fucking sucks. Like stop making excuses for the thing that hurt you because like and while I mean I guess that is part of the healing process like getting down to the root cause of things, but I feel like you are neglecting your feelings and thinking that you've healed these things when you really haven't. Like I don't know. There's like this thing that I have like constantly like been trying to heal for a really long time. Maybe I'm getting called out here. I don't know. Um but like I like it's like a very much a core wound. Like it's something from my childhood and I've like made excuses for it. I'm like, well, these people that hurt me, like they were also children and therefore it doesn't matter. Like let it go. Uh, but in doing that, by saying, and while that might be true and rational to think that way or logical to think that way, it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt, especially like discrediting like that I was also young and it did hurt. And like I am that child, the child version of me is allowed to feel hurt. Like she's allowed to feel hurt no matter how much I have like tried to work through it and like rationalize, like, well, they were also children and like they didn't know any better. Like it doesn't matter. It still hurt. Like it still hurt and it still does hurt. So I think that's what the Four of Pentacles is here, is like trying to control how you feel about this pain isn't helping you heal it. And the Ten of Wands is always here because we're trying to do it all on our own. And maybe we need to ask for help, whether that's like professional help, or maybe there's a friend that you can go to discuss about it. Maybe there's a spirit guide that you want to like help heal this thing. Maybe you need to just create this space for yourself so that you can cry about it, or you can scream about it, or you can yell about it, and you can feel angry about it. There needs to be like some sort of assistance with that, it seems like. So we have Cosmic Diamond and Open to Abundance. Believe that you deserve and accept plenty and prosperity. Spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. So I feel like you, even despite this pain, like you're hiding this pain, you are making other people feel good and you're making other people feel happy. And maybe you're creating and holding space for people to feel their feelings, but yet you're still not allowing yourself to feel your own. And while we are so grateful for you for bringing so much hope and joy and laughter to the world, you also deserve that hope and joy. And the other, like, you have to like be open to experiencing these. I think, I mean, this is talking about like prosperity and abundance, but I think that this is also in the sense of feeling like maybe you feel like you don't deserve to feel happy, or that you don't deserve to feel joy. Or maybe you think that the joy that you're creating for other people is enough, that like you get to live vicariously through the joy that you create for others. But the universe wants you to know that like you deserve happiness too. And so what the message that I was getting, I was feeling like you feel like just okay is enough. Like you have convinced yourself that just okay is good. Like I'm good, I'm fine. Like it could be worse, or like again trying to control how we're feeling about things, and you're like I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay. And you've convinced yourself that that is good and that it's enough, but the universe is saying that it wants you to experience fucking fantastic. And this also reminds me of a story of how, like, whenever I would call my dad and he'd ask how I'm doing, and, like, just in not necessarily whether I was feeling like this or not, I would always just say, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Like, just trying to get to, like, the reason I've called is because, but he would always say, wait a minute, what do you mean you're fine? You used to be fantastic. And I'd always reply like, I've never been fucking fantastic, Dad. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay. And but like you're allowed to feel fucking fantastic. Like you're allowed to, the universe wants you to experience these incredibly amazing good feelings. Even like feeling like on an orgasmic level, like you're allowed to experience pleasure and you're allowed to experience like utter joy and happiness. And you need to set intentions around making space for that. Like in healing this thing that you've convinced yourself that like, oh, like I've healed it or I've moved past it, I've rationalized it. Like when you feel this thing and when you heal it, you're just creating this huge vortex for all of these good things to just come like rushing towards you. We also have crystalline light body, build your crystalline Merkaba. And I'm going to read the message from this card. So, in the golden future, humans will transform from a third dimensional carbon based form into a fifth dimensional crystalline based one. The metamorphosis will take place at a cellular level. It will happen as the body holds a higher wattage of light containing love, knowledge, and wisdom. This is the journey to ascension. Your spirit travels in a light body known as a Merkaba. This may consist of two interlocking pyramids, one facing down and one facing up. But as you become fifth dimensional and carry more divine feminine energy, your Merkaba becomes spherical. This orb is your crystalline light body, and it surrounds your physical body and reflects it. To take in more light, eat lighter food, drink pure water, connect to nature, and take appropriate exercise. Watch your thoughts, words, and actions and ensure that they are positive. Meditate and practice ascension exercises. So each time you relax deeply, you can take in more light. So it just feels like you're like transmuting a lot of really heavy, difficult emotions. And this is creating so much more room for more light and more positive energy to enter. Your guidance is to make the changes you need to develop this light body. Look after your physical vehicle carefully. Watch what you do, say, and think. Spend more time contemplating and out in nature. All these things affect you at a cellular level and influence the quality of energy you emit. Take time to visualize your Merkaba as a shimmering orb around you, then consciously making it bigger and radiate it out so that it touches people everywhere and activates their ascension too. So I've also been told that like the sphere is really a Merkaba, but like spinning, and that's what like creates the sphere shape. Um, but anyways, you like there's something that you need to heal to make room for more light to come in. So this new moon setting intentions around creating that space for you to heal, allowing yourself to feel, and your unicorn horn should just be pointed in the direction that like whatever gives you that space, whatever um whether that's like going outside in nature like this card refers to, going outside like that is like healing you on a cellular level. And I mean, it even said like you can just think about nature if you're not able to go out every day or whatever. Um so thank you for healing yourself and allowing yourself that space to heal, because when you're bringing in all of this positive energy afterwards, it's going to just like flood you and radiate outwards and affect the rest of us as well. So I don't know if that like helps you. Like if you feel like, I know a lot of people like have to be doing things for other people. So if you're looking at healing yourself as a way of helping other people, maybe you'd be more willing to like do it. And we thank you for it.